Good evening, friends. It's Lisa Maynard. Hi, how are you? It is Kit Crush Wednesday, and I am live with you right now. Looks like it's turning on. Hello, it's Kit Crush Wednesday. I'm Lisa Maynard. I'm waiting for people to jump on here, so we're going to wait a couple minutes. I've got a brand new kit to share with you. It's new to me. It's not new to the Stampin' Up! Community as far as the kits go, but it's really cool. And I got this kit because I was waiting for my paper pumpkin that didn't get delivered. And so I got this kit and it came instead. So it's a non-stamping kit. And so I am excited to share it with you tonight. So let's just go ahead and we're going to dive in, and I'm going to turn this camera around. And thanks for joining me. And well, let's put the banner on here so you know who it is. And we'll get back to the comments. And I see there's people jumped on. So we're going to go ahead and flip this camera around, and I'm going to show you these awesome cards. So this kit is called the Blossom Wishes Kit, and it makes 4 cards of 2 designs. And the cool thing about these, first, it's non-stamping, but second, we've got a slimline card, and I don't think I can go out far enough to show you. Maybe if I do it sideways. So it's a slimline card with a matching envelope, and the envelopes are gorgeous. But this is all die cuts and Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm not, if you can see, it's just pops up so nicely. And everything. It's just gorgeous, gorgeous. And here we have another one. This has got some pears on it. This has some apples. We've got some little vellum blossoms and all sorts of things like that. And you can't tell, and when we're making these, hopefully I can show you, but the card there's a little bit of embossing on it, so it's a little bit more detailed than that. But the blue foil is just gorgeous. Thanks, Benita. Hi, thanks for joining. So these are the 2 cards we're going to make tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside, set them up here a little bit out of the way. We're going to bring in our kit like always, and we're going to show you what's inside of it. So tonight we have the Blossoms Wishes. We have our instructions. As always, they're very helpful. We have our little mini glue dots right here that are awesome. And then we also have our Stampin' Dimensionals, those little foam adhesive pieces that make all of our cards and projects jump off the page a little bit. And then we've got some vellum little flower blossoms. We've got some bigger ones and some smaller ones, and we're going to be using those tonight. And then we've got our die cut pieces that go to our cards. We've got apples and pears. We have the die cut sentiments already done for us. Happy birthday. And we have them in separate languages. Some more die cut pieces for our very big slimline card. More sentiments, leaves, and the card bases. So let's go ahead and stick all this back in here. And I'm going to keep out what I need, which is the Stampin' Dimensionals and the little mini glue dots. And we're going to set this aside. And let's get started with our first one. Like I said, this is a non-stamping kit, so there isn't going to be any stamping, but that doesn't make it any less beautiful. So let me bring these in. As always, I've already prepared them ahead of time, so I'm not going to waste your time putting a lot of the parts and pieces together, but there's a lot of these little mini blossoms, and I already put the glue dots on the back of them, but it might take me a while to get those off. So I'm going to set those up here, and hopefully they don't fly away on me. Now, the card base, I don't know if you can see. I think you can see now that it has like almost a chevron pattern to it. So there is some texture to this card base, which is really cool. I couldn't tell that in the photo of the kit. So this was a pleasant surprise when I grabbed it, when I opened this kit up to work with it the other day. So let's go ahead and start. I've already put my Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of this layering piece. So we're going to go ahead and just take this off. And this just makes a really great element to this card. There's some little tiny pieces that are cut out, like there's those little slivers that you can see through it. So you can see the white through it on the card base. And I don't know where I left off here. Here we go. There we go. And might I add that the card kits are still on sale through the end of the month, which is tomorrow. So be sure to take advantage of that if you are looking at any of those. Now I'm going to do this a little bit different because this makes more sense to me to do it like this, even though the card is going to be up and down, because then I can see up and down, left and right. And it just makes a little more sense for me to be able to place this and get it fairly even all the way around. So that just, it was a little bit easier to work with than up and down. So just a little tip for you there. And yes, we do have it opening the correct way. So the next part we're going to add on is our pairs. And we've got the Stampin' Dimensionals on there. We're going to go ahead and take them off. I don't know, I turned sideways for some reason. When I flip back around, I'm going to be sideways on you. So I don't really know what's going on with that. But, you know, that's just what happens when you go live. So let's go ahead and set this right about here. And this little Stampin' Dimensional is going to butt up against this piece right here. And so we're going to set it right about like that, just like so. Now, the next piece we're going to add is our leaves, the blue leaves with the foil. I've got 3 little mini glue dots on the back of that. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool and I'm going to take the backings off of those very quickly here, hopefully. And then we're going to layer that piece on. And I just really like the colors in this kit. They're really, really pretty. Well, okay, there we go. We got it. There we go. Okay, turning this over. And this is going to cover some of our pairs. And where we put those little glue dots is what's going to hold this in place. And that goes right about there. That looks pretty nice right like that. So these cards are a little bit bigger than my area right here. So I'll try and be mindful of that as I'm working tonight. So I'm going to flip these over and take the backings off of these. Now I'm using 3 of the bigger blossoms and 2 of the smaller little blossoms, and we're going to layer those. These are a little hard to appreciate on camera how pretty they are. They are really pretty in person. And there is a back and a front to these, but honestly, the yellow part is so transparent through them, like it shows both ways, that you can't really go wrong with, depending on, you know, if you put the glue dot on one side or another. There's really not a right or a wrong side. So I'm going to put my bigger ones down right here. And that mini glue dot is just going to hold them right in place. And I think they look good right there. And then I'm going to come in with these little tiny ones. The hardest part of this whole thing is getting the backing off the glue dots. Now, if you had mini glue dots in a roll, you could also use those. It would probably be a lot quicker. But because I wanted to showcase the kit, I'm going to show you what comes in the kit, because you don't need any other materials to create these cards. Everything is included for you. So there we go. I'm going to hold that up a little bit. Aren't those just cute? The little vellum, and they have the little yellow part right in the middle of those flowers. Super, super cute. Now, to add the sentiment, you matter. We've got Stampin' Dimensionals. We're just going to pop the backs off of those. We're going to come in here. It's going to go off of our die cut piece just a bit, not a lot, and not to the edge of the card, but right about there. Looks nice. So there we go. You matter. We have one card done. It's really, really pretty. And this could go to so many people. And the blue envelopes are just so, so pretty. I love the blue envelopes, and they're blue all the way through. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, let's go on to our second and final card here. And again, I have already done a lot of the work ahead of time. So we've got all the things on all the pieces. This one has a lot of little flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and push those off the card and just leave them up there, and hopefully they won't get lost because that took a while to put those on. So again, this card has like a chevron embossed texture to it. Very, very cool. So I love this slimline. Really cool. They don't do very many slimlines very often, but I do kind of like them. I forget to do them. And again, I've got the Stampin' Dimensionals on the back here. I'm just going to go ahead and take the backings off of these. There's little slits, as you can see, in these die cut pieces. Again, it just adds a little bit more interest and texture to our card. So those are the dogs barking. This one isn't as bad, and I know you can't see the whole card in my view, but I am gauging it up and down and left to right. And I'm not going to press this down really well until I get it where I want it. And that is not exactly where I want it. So let's pick that up a little bit. That is not where I want it. That is not where I want it, friends. We're going to start over. The beauty of not pushing the Stampin' Dimensionals down. So, you know what? I'm probably going to do what I did with that other one. And let's do this sideways. And I'm going to try it left, right, up, and down. That just seems to work better for me. However it works for you, I just can see all the areas a little bit better. And then I'm going to like set that down and then just give that a nice little press, just like that. That's much better. I like that placement a lot better. So let's go ahead and bring in our apples. And we are going to put these on our card. I'm trying to make sure I know where these go. So these are the ones that go up into this area. And so we'll take the backings off. We're going to go ahead and come in here just like so. This is going to, again, that dimensional is going to butt up against the bottom of that circle. And we know what we have it where we want it to go. And then again, with the bottom apples, let me slide this card up here so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to put these, shaking all around. We're going to put these at the bottom. This is the same thing. It's going to kind of butt up against the bottom of that Stampin' Dimensional. And that's exactly where we want those to go. Now, let's go ahead and come in with our happy birthday. It also is popped up on dimensionals. We're going to take the backings off of these, just like that. And this is going to go in the center circle. And we're just going to center this on to right and left and up and down in that center circle. And those dimensionals are right in that circle. So it's going to lay fairly flat against that die cut piece. So there we go. There are our parts for right now. Now we're going to go ahead and come in with our leaves and our branches. And again, I've put the little mini glue dots where they are supposed, according to the directions. So follow the directions for this. And there is a reason for that, because that is where these are going to adhere to our apples on the part of this. Now, let me make sure I have these going the right way. So this piece goes at the bottom. So let me scoop that up. This is going to tuck under that one die piece, and I want it about like so, just like that. It's not going to poke out the side, but it's going to tuck under there real nice, and those little glue dots are going to hold that in place. Going to do the same with the second leaf and branch piece right here. Take those two mini glue dot backings off, bring this down, and this is going to come in the other way. It's going to tuck up underneath here. And we're going to set this right about there. Looks good. And that's going to hold that in place, just like that. Isn't that adorable? So, so cute. I'll turn it to the side so you can see it. Like I know you can read sideways. So isn't that adorable? Super cute. Now, to add the finishing touches, I believe that there are, I think there are 8 or 9 of these little flowers. So we're going to put these on. I'm going to take all of the, I'm going to get all the backings off of the little flower, the big flowers, I guess, the vellum flowers first. And we're going to adhere those, and then we'll do the little ones. So we have 5, let's see, 4, 4, 6, 10. Maybe there's 10. Yeah, there's 10. Okay, so we are going to put one here at the bottom. Whoop, there we go, the bottom. Another one right here on this apple. And then one on this one. You can just place them wherever you want. I'm just kind of placing them where they would look like they would appear on the tree. Now, let's go ahead and take these off, the backings of our little teeny tiny ones. This is the part that takes the longest. Absolutely takes the longest, is just taking the backings off of these. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could absolutely use your mini glue dots on your roll. But because it's a kit, everything that you need to make these beautiful cards is included. So there's no need to do that unless you get impatient. That didn't take as long as I thought. It took me longer the other night when I was working on that. So I'm just picking those up with my fingers. And we're going to put one right there. And let's put one right about in here. And let's put one right here on that little branch. We're going to put one right here. And we're missing one, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to put one right there. And let's put one right here. Now I'm missing one. I probably should have had 11. I only have 10. Who knows where it goes, but you get the idea, friends. Isn't that adorable? So, so cute. Absolutely adorable. I love this kit. I didn't honestly think I was going to like it as much as I do. And again, the camera doesn't do it justice for the little vellum blossoms and the blue foil, but it's really, really a very nice kit. So there we go. Blossom Wishes right there. Super fun, super easy, non-stamping. It's on sale till the end of the month. I think it's 30% off. So hop on over. I'll put that link in the comments, and I'm not turning this around right now because I'm going to be sideways. So I'll finish my talking. I'm going to put the link in the comments for this kit, and next week we will do the paper pumpkin that I was hoping to do this week. So I appreciate you joining with me, friends. And as always, thank you. Now I'm going to turn this around, and I'm sideways because it is the way that I am. I don't know why it turns sideways, but again, thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, have a wonderful week. Bye.